said also that if you had a tournament champion, a famous martial arts actor like Chuck Norris or something, those schools would last 3 to 5 years. So we're celebrating our 35th year, so I think we've done something right. Pete, how are you? Sorry? Yeah. Kids okay over there? Yeah. I'll make this as painless as possible. I'm going to sing a lot of just a few people tonight, and I'll explain that as we go along. Thank you. The first person that I'd like to thank is my wife, Colleen. When we got engaged 49 years ago, it's a long time. I know I don't look that old, but my mom whispered to her, this is a true story, she said, I hope you realize that karate is his first love. And it's true. She listened. I always had a full-time job, but when other husbands were taking care of their homes and their jobs and fixing their houses and families and things, can you stop rambling along? I was at the dojo and I worked, I taught every class. I worked 4 nights a week and on Saturdays. And there was a stretch of about 2 years that I went to Dayton, Ohio for 1 weekend per month for a couple of years. And throughout everything, Colleen has put up with that. And she's a great woman, and I appreciate her help. I was looking for a face I wanted to introduce, and I don't think he's here yet. So, I'd like to, I think most everybody here knows, and they're probably sick of me talking about this, but about 1.5 years ago, I had both hips replaced. And I couldn't walk, I couldn't bend, I couldn't stoop, and it was a real prime time for the dojo to close. And the dojo didn't close because of 2 primary people. You're all included in that, but there were two guys that saved my life by doing this, and it was Luke Stuckey and CJ. Could I have you guys come up here? This, everybody, is Luke Stuckey. Luke is a wonderful young man. He's bright, he's intelligent, he's good looking. His martial arts technique is flawless. He runs our children's program, and we call them the Little Ninjas. Everybody say hi. These kids love Luke, and almost every class, a parent will come up to me and compliment him on the job he's doing. He's just a wonderful guy. I can't thank you enough. I have something for you. This over here is John Suberly. We call him lovingly CJ. And when my surgery got closer, John came up and he said, I'm doing it. I'm taking over. And that's true. And he not only taught every other class, he was the liaison between the students, the families, the dojo, Lincoln Center, and then after all that, he'd come to my house and we'd sit at the dining room table and he'd have his notebook, and we'd talk about everything that was going on, what needed to go on, techniques and kids and people. This man is not just my right arm, he's my left and both legs. He's a wonderful man. Everybody okay over there? Can you hear okay? I'll make this as brief as possible. I've got about 3 more people I'd like to recognize. Next would be John Yvonne. Is Mr. Yvonne around here someplace? There's John. Hi, John. Everybody, this is John Yvonne. John has trained with me in our dojo for almost, within months of 30 years. He's trained with us the longest of any student that we've ever had. I met John through his son, Greg, and Greg started when he was 16. And Greg is a very deep, philosophical, super intelligent guy, and we just hit it off. We became close friends. We're still friends. We're like brothers to this day, and he's 47, something like that. And through Greg, I met John and the whole family. And our families, the Yvonnes and the Hansens, are like one. We celebrate birthdays and holidays and everything in between. And John has always been there for me, and during this 30 years that he's trained with us, he got this burning desire to learn jiu-jitsu, and he's traveled the entire country training with some of the greatest jiu-jitsu martial artists around today. And then he would come home and he would teach me. So for 6 years, every Sunday, let me repeat that in case you're sleeping, 6 years every Sunday, another thing Colleen had to put up with, and Ginny, your wife as well. Anyway, this is a wonderful guy. He's not, I don't think of John as my student. John has taught me at least as much as I ever taught him. He's been a great friend, a teacher, a mentor, just a wonderful human being. Thank you, sir. You're next. John B. is next. Everybody, this is John Dvorak, and again, we lovingly call him Mr. D. How about a hand for John? John and I met at Master Lee's dojang. Master Lee was my first Hapkido teacher and John's first Taekwondo teacher, and that was back in the 70s, and we've been very close friends and training partners for 40 years, for a long time. John, when Master Lee left the area, I opened up a dojo, and John started training with us, and he has supported everything that I've ever done. This is a wonderful friend of mine. And I was going to say that everybody that's coming up here is a wonderful human being, and that's the thread, that's my success, is being surrounded by these wonderful people. Excuse me. When I told you that I had a full-time job all the time, my schedule changed, and John D. took over the kids class. The kids class is always the first because they're younger, they need to go home earlier, so we always do the kids first, and my schedule of work changed, so Mr. D. took over the kids class. When my schedule got back to normal, I saw that this guy is better at it than I am. And so John stayed teaching the kids class for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years, if you can hear that 10, the big 10. Thank you. John opened up his own dojo a year ago, so he's having his first anniversary tonight. And, excuse me, he's brought several of his students and their families. Would you folks stand up and be recognized, take a bow maybe? This is just, I'm calling these in my brain, a kind of funny little thing. I'm calling them a Japanese hallmark moment. This is just a little card for John in commemoration of his opening the dojo. But this is not just from me, this is from everybody here. Thank you. Is Clint Mann here?
He's running late.
He's running late. Okay, we'll get to him later then. Might be a pregnancy. Tom Edwards, is Tom here tonight? That's about all I've got. I just want to tell you what to expect for the rest of the evening. The Little Ninjas are going to do a demo, and it's really cool. It'll be 10 or 15 minutes long. And then we're going to do some other stuff. We got some cake.